Thanks, Rachel, for coming in and letting me teach you flute.
You're welcome.
And we're gonna learn the basic fundamentals of how to play the flute.
Okay.
So, as you can see, this is the flute. There are three main parts to the flute: the head joint, the middle joint, and the foot joint.
Okay.
And we're gonna start by putting the instrument together. So, take out your head joint and your middle joint. Yeah, it might be a little condensated from the cold. And good. And then you see the little arrow right here on the middle joint?
Yeah.
It wants to line up with this symbol on the head joint. Okay. And then you just, without touching the keys, behind the keys, you rotate gently. And then make sure that the mouth piece is lined up with the keys. Yeah, it looks good.
Cool.
And then take out your foot joint. And then also without touching the keys, you see the little arrow down here on the middle joint, and then the arrow on the foot joint, those line up. And just twist gently. Good.
Yay.
That looks good. And then you hold it like other way. Your foot joint is facing to the right.
Okay.
Yeah. And then let's put our faces down. Okay. And then as you can see, there are a lot of keys on the flute. And the first finger you want to put here, and then the middle finger and the fourth finger here. Yeah, and then the thumb is hovering over this key right here. The register key, B flat key. And then down here, the first finger, middle finger, and then fourth finger. First finger right here. And then the thumb is just resting right behind your first finger.
Okay.
And then you want to make sure your pinkies are on top of the A flat key. You're going to want to actually switch your hands so that this hand is on, your left hand is on top.
Okay.
And then this first finger on that finger, and then this finger on
This one?
yeah.
Okay.
And this one and this one. And then your pinky is hovering over your A flat key.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Cool.
looks good. And then you want to make sure that your left hand is like a C, and then it's downwards. So you're like that. Yeah. And then make sure that your hands always stay like in a C position. And there are 3 contact points that can help you hold the instrument. Your left first finger is on the flute, and then your right thumb, and then your chin when you're up like this. Yeah, it looks good. And then you make sure you're sitting up straight with your legs uncrossed. And then, now that we know how to put together the flute and how to sit, we're going to try making your first sound on the flute. And it's easier to do this by taking off the head joint. So let's just gently, yeah, like that. And then balance your flute on your lap. Okay. And then the way I like to think about this is the plant and roll method, where you plant like you're kissing the top of the flute, and then you roll like backwards. Yeah, like that. Yeah. And then the bottom of the embouchure hole should be like, you can feel it on your bottom lip, and that the lower lip should cover 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch from the hole. And and make sure that the embouchure is called the aperture, and it should be lined up to the center of this hole, and the hole is directly towards the ceiling. So let's before we actually play into the instrument, let's try a breathing exercise with our palm. And you want to blow air directly towards the center of the palm, like this, and then without stopping the air, blow it to the bottom of the palm. So you feel the difference in your air. When you blow it towards the bottom of the palm, that's how you actually want to blow into the flute. So let's try blowing our sound into the flute. And now let's try the plant and roll method again. So plant and then roll, and then take a big breath and blow. And something that might help is saying pure. So plant and roll, and then say pure. Pure. Doing it? Mm-hmm. Okay. It just takes a lot of practice in order to make the sound. So use yeah, I heard some sound come out. And keep trying the plant and roll method. Yay. There you go, yay! Now try it again. Yay! Good job! And now we're going to talk about toning. And in order to do that, you say the word two. And then where your tongue lines up with the gum behind your teeth, that's where you're going to put your tongue when you do the toning. So say two. Okay. So then plant and roll, and then breathe, and then I know there's no sound coming out, but I can hear you doing the toning. So let's put the head joint back on the middle, and without touching the keys again. And make sure the hole make sure the hole is lined up with the keys on the instrument. And then left hand on top. Fingers. First finger up here. Down here. And then the last three. And first finger up here, and then on the last three. And then we're just going to start by, you can hover over the keys and just have the first finger and the thumb. The only keys that you're pressing down.
This back one right there?
Yeah. And then plant and roll. And then that was really good. Those are the basic fundamentals of how to play the flute.
Okay.